Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of the Building and Becoming Show. So, our mission, working with the willing to help them with building a foundational faith in Christ while becoming strong, fit, and capable in all areas of life. That's what we do. That's who we are. Why? Why do we do this? So, it's personal for me. I was an alcoholic and an addict. I was a dude who had no faith in God, no hope, no real life to speak of. Even after having a radical spiritual encounter with Jesus and getting sober, I was still really unhappy with my body. So I'll be fully transparent with you guys. Some of you are probably feeling this as well. So I was embarrassed to not only take off my shirt in front of people, but I wouldn't even wear a t-shirt in public. I had man boobs. I had a bunch of belly fat. I felt awful, embarrassed, less than a man. So I know how that feels, guys. If you're feeling that, I know how that is. Here's the good news. I've totally transformed my physique and have more confidence, energy, and stamina at 53 years old than at any other point in my life. I can help you get there too. It's not too late. So be encouraged. I know that sounded like I'm starting out the show with a little bit of wah, but it's not like that. It's to say that I get it. And I know there's people watching and listening to this that just don't feel great about themselves. You look at yourselves in the mirror and you just don't like what you see. If you have to take photos of yourself with your shirt off, it's mortifying. I understand that feeling. And let's help change that. We live in a country where 60% of people, this is including children, are obese, and they have one dream and one wish. And that's to be healthy. My mission is to provide a proven framework along with the encouragement and accountability needed for the willing to take control of their lives by becoming fit and closer to God. We also live in a country where the number one ingredient in the most popular baby formula. You know what that is, everyone? Corn syrup. We live in a country where the number one item purchased with food stamps is soda. I'm done standing by and waiting for the government to fix this mess. So RFK Jr. is coming in. He's going to make all these changes. Okay, maybe, and I hope so. And I like his platform and what he's standing for and what he's all about. I'm not going to sit around and wait for someone to come and save us. I'm going to make a difference. So how can you partner with the mission that I just laid out? Pretty simple. Follow along with us on social media. I'm most active on Instagram. I'm at Real Jim Moats on Instagram. We are posting all kinds of content all day long, every day. Please engage with us. I'm on Facebook at Jim Moats, not as active, but trying to become more so. I'm on X at Real Jim Moats. So like and share the content, engage with us, comment, reach out. Our YouTube channel is growing every day, 63,000 subscribers as of the time of this recording. So I appreciate that. Thank you for that support. That's huge. So you can partner with us in that way. Also, here's another more tangible way that's going to benefit you even more. One of my goals is I'm going to put enough free content out there into the world through all those platforms that I just mentioned. I'm going to put enough free content out there and value out there that if you never go any deeper with us, yet you engage and follow along, you're going to get real value. Your life's going to change for the better. That's the mission. Now, there's also opportunity to go a little bit deeper with us. One of those, I'd like you to consider joining our Building and Becoming School community. It will absolutely improve your life. That is just facts. I watch it every day. I am offering you a free 7-day trial. So you come hang out with us for a week, do some Zoom calls, watch some of the training modules. What are some of the training classes that we have recorded for you to watch at your own pace? They cover faith, fitness, sales, entrepreneurship, a ton more stuff. Meal plans, workout plans. You can engage with an inspiring, really amazing community of people going after it. It's so fun to be around high energy people that are just encouraging each other to have their best life. After that first free week, Here's your decision point. Stick with us or bail. Either way, totally up to you. No hard feelings. I'm going to put a link to the free trial in the show notes, or you can reach out to me. I'll personally send you one. That link's really easy to find everywhere, but you know how to reach out to me. I'll get you one if you need. All right. Today, we got a solo cast, right? So we're going to move on to the meat of the show. We've developed a unique coaching platform called DEEPWATER. So a lot of my energy and focus is talking to people who want to grow in their faith and fitness. Part of that process is I'm always asking them questions so I can better understand their problems and what's led them to considering a structured coaching program. Then at that point, after we have had a chance to get to know each other, I decide if DEEPWATER can help them solve those problems. It's really that easy. It's not a sales pitch. It's, hey, Mr. Possible Client, these are your problems. Here's the structured program I offer. Let's talk about, do we think this can solve your problems? There is an element of that sales pitch feel to it because the prospective client has to commit to some intense accountability, training, and of course, there's a financial commitment as well. So today, what I wanted to do was I thought it would be a unique podcast experience to role play out some of the interactions. Because a lot of you are considering joining, but you're still fearful of even scheduling a call to see if this is even the right thing for you. So I'm going to play out both sides today. It's going to be kind of fun. The episode's called Roleplay. Now you know why. I'm going to play both the client and the coach. We'll throw some what have been real world interactions out there. I would be willing to bet the objections that I'm going to address today are many of the same ones that are going through your minds when you consider investing in change, growth, and health, and quite frankly, having a better future. Okay, you with me so far? Okay, so we're going to dive in. What are the biggest objections that you think I hear in the course of a week or month of interacting with folks who are stuck and sick of the life that they have? Well, here's what they are. What's number one? Money. Yep, money. Number two, time. Number three, I need to think about it. What's number four? I need to talk to my wife. I need to talk to my husband. I got to talk to my partner. Number five is, Jim, I just got to be careful. I don't want to get scammed here. Okay. So what's the common thread in all of the objections? And it's not just in the program that I'm offering. I come from a world of automobile sales and finance. What's the big objections there? Money, time, got to think about it, got to talk to my wife. I don't want to get screwed over. It's the same objections, no matter if you're offering a coaching program, selling used cars, or selling the opportunity to put roofs on people's homes. It's the same objections. And the thing with objections is they are all rooted in one emotion. And you guys know the emotion, right? It's the freaking F word. Yeah, fear. They come down to fear in one form or another. What keeps us from our best selves all the time is fear. Stepping out, making a change, taking a risk, putting ourselves out there, trying something new. It all comes down to fear. We believe the antidote to fear, because we hate feeling fear. The antidote we believe is comfort. So we just go back into that comfort. Hey, it's not scary here. It's a lie. So the fear, that leads me to today's scripture reference for the show. Proverbs 29:25. I took it from the Passion Translation. Really interesting translation of the Bible that I have discovered of late. So you ready? Proverbs 29:25. Grab a pen, write this down. What is written is retained. Fear and intimidation is a trap that holds you back. But when you place your confidence in the Lord, you'll be seated in the high place. Fear and intimidation it's a trap and it's holding you back. But when you put your trust in the Lord, you're seated in the high place, the right place, the path. Okay. Is it role play time? Here we go. First objection. I told you the biggest one's money, right? Okay, here we go. But Jim, I don't have the money. All right, well, here's what I'd say to that. Well, Mr. Audience, aside from money, would the program that I've laid out for you, do you even think that it would get you where you're trying to go? Well, yeah, Jim, I think so. I mean, obviously, the meal plan and the workouts and the accountability piece. Okay, yeah, I get that. So if it were free, would you do it? Yeah. Okay. So if it were free, you would do it. And that would probably be because you believe wholeheartedly it would improve your situation. It would help solve the problems that we laid out earlier in our call. Is that correct? Yeah. That makes sense. Sure. What about the program? What do you think of what specifically about the program would improve your situation? What do you like most about it? And here's what I found, folks. That Mr. Audience typically lays out exactly where they're lacking and how they believe that the program that we offer can fill those gaps. And they're right. So they're telling me, Jim, I would do it if it was free. I do believe it's going to change my life and it's going to solve the problems that I told you that I had. So to me, that's me doing everything that you've asked as a prospective client, right? So then I would say to them, so we're still hung up on money. So which one is more risky? Because there's risk spending money, right? Which one's more risky? Staying where you are or parting with the money in order to invest in your future? And I've gotten a lot of different responses to this, but you can imagine them. You're probably thinking of some in your own mind now because some of you probably want to take the next step with us, but you're hung up on money or lack thereof, the perception that you just don't have enough money. Well, I mean, it's more risky staying where I'm at. I get your point, but it's still, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that I don't have the money. Okay, I get that. Prepare to be bumped, Mr. Audience. So, Mr. Audience, I'm going to ask you a personal question here. So, is not having the money the real problem, or is it a symptom of a problem that we might need to work on together to solve? I see their faces change on the Zoom call. Say that again, Jim. Okay. Well, so you're telling me you don't have enough money. Is that the real problem? Or is the fact that you don't have a problem, you don't have the money in your life for investments in your future, is that just a symptom of a bigger problem? Because I think it probably is. Okay. Yeah, I see that. So let's proceed. If you're short on money right now, do you believe that growing closer to God and building your faith and getting more fit and in shape, healthier, and more confident, would that have the potential to help you earn more money in your future? I'm asking you, Mr. Audience, you know the answer. Well, yeah, but now here's the yeah buts, right? I still don't have the money. I mean, we can go round and round about it all day. But Mr. Audience, you're looking at this as a cost. And in our lives, I don't care if you're paycheck to paycheck or a multimillionaire. When a cost comes up, you're like, oh, I don't know if I have the money for that. But you know what I have found? When an investment opportunity is presented, you'll find the money. Here's what I mean. If I was coming to you with an investment opportunity that you firmly believed would give you a return in 90 days, in other words, you put X into it, and then in 90 days, you'll get X out of it. Plus, it'll continue to pay dividends pretty much the rest of your life as you continue to walk in this new lifestyle. If I presented that investment opportunity to you, you'd figure out how to come up with the money. Can we agree? Every time they've told me yes. So does that mean that every time somebody says they don't have the money, we just, oh, boom, I say these 5 things and no, it doesn't mean that. But what it means is I at least want them and you, Mr. and Mrs. Audience, I want you to consider that if there's an investment opportunity, be it an actual investment financially or a time investment or an investment in somebody else in your life or an investment in a coaching program, joining a community like Building and Becoming, going into our DEEPWATER intensive immersive coaching program for 90 days. If these opportunities to invest are presented to you and you absolutely use money as the hang up, there's a symptom in your life that's causing you to not have the money for that. And we need to fix that or nothing's ever going to change in your life. So understand that money issues are very real. I understand them. But at some point, you're going to have to take risk and you're going to have to part with money you don't have. You're going to have to pull money from some other discretionary areas. A lot of times we've got 10 subscriptions coming out of our bank account or on our debit card every month. We've got a $100 a month Starbucks bill. We've got X, Y, and Z. We're going to pool league at the bar once a week and spending $80, or we're going out and getting pizza for $60 with the family. The money's there. Most of us don't have a money problem. We have a discipline problem. And one of the things that a quality coaching structured program could help you do is learn habits that are going to help you be more disciplined. We need to get to a place where money is not the biggest issue in your life, okay? All right, what was number 2? It was time, wasn't it? Jim, I love everything I've heard. I just don't have the time. Okay. This one might be my favorite. So here's what I say. I understand, Mr. Audience. We all feel short on time. But honestly, in order to improve, can't we agree you're going to have to sacrifice something? You're going to have to trade unproductive hours for productive hours to do anything worthwhile. And let's break it down. How much time does it really take to do what we need to do in order to optimize your faith and fitness? So to log your reps and sets into gym, into our app, to track your meals, to actually do the training at the gym, to attend some of the Zoom calls so you get poured into in that way, to develop a consistent devotional time in the morning for a few minutes. How much time are we talking about? To totally transform your life from a faith and fitness perspective, which is going to transcend all other areas. Aren't we talking about 90 to 120 minutes a day maximum? Let's look at the log in your iPhone on your screen time. Is there a few minutes there we could shave? Some scrolling time, if we're being honest? How about your TV history? Much time we spent watching the NCAA tournament? Guilty. And I'm losing horribly. Allie's killing us all. So the time's there. You're just not yet willing to learn the skills it takes to have more productive hours in that 24 hours that we all have. We can teach you that. I'd also say, Mr. Customer, I know this about my life, and I bet you can feel this too. If we waited for the perfect time, we would really never do anything. So that 2.0 version of you, what I call the warrior version inside of you, that person must learn to grow in the midst of busyness and trials, because it's not going to stop. We're never going to have a perfect time. Stuff's always happening, especially if we're growing. The truth is, you'll never have more time. But as I've said, you need to develop life skills needed to create more productive time in the same 24 hours we all have. Well, I don't know how to do that. I know. Thus the call. We'll help you develop those skills. Those modules that help teach those skills are already recorded and in Building and Becoming in the mindset and the sales courses. You can go in and watch them. You could sign up for your free week and go absorb it all and then bail. One more thing I'll say about time. A year from now, Mr. Audience, time is still going to be a hindrance if you don't learn better time management skills, okay? It's still going to be an issue. We have to just be determined to learn those skills now so we can leave all those time management issues in the past. We need to get you to a point where the symptom of not having money to invest is gone. Where the symptom of, I don't know how to manage my time, that stuff's gone. The things that are holding you back are the reasons you need the program. The first two especially. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. You do. What's number 3? Jim, I got to be honest with you. Yeah, I just got to think about it. Those of you in sales, has anybody ever heard that? I'm just looking. I just need to think about it. Think about what? You just want to scream. But we shouldn't do that. My question would be, I understand, Mr. Audience, hey, that's no problem. Aside from thinking about it, do you think the program would help your life? Maybe even change your life? Well, yeah, they always say yes. You know why? Because it's true. When you are presenting an opportunity for them to partner with you or purchase real value, the answer is always yes. It would change my life. So, what is it specifically you need to think about to see if I can even help you achieve your goals? I want to know what that is so I can do my job better. What is it specifically you need to think about? They'll usually give you something. I also I'll throw a lot of truths out during these interactions, and I encourage you guys to do that too in your sales careers. Mr. Audience, always backing down when you come to a decision point. It's one of the traits that brought us here. It's how we got here. The 2.0 version of you, the warrior, sees an opportunity and jumps. If you want different, you have to approach decision points differently. Does that make sense? The old you is given that fear answer that I got to get out of here. I got to get off this call. I got to leave this car lot. I got to go think about it. No, you don't. Sit down for a second. When you come to a decision point and we've talked it through and you agree that there's value and it would change your life, and that the fearful answers of time and money and all those things are making you so afraid that you want to bail, you want your fight or flight's kicking in, sit down and fight that. Fight those enemy thoughts that are keeping you stuck and mediocre and where you're at. You don't need to think about it. You need to jump in. You need to make a decision. You come to a decision point, you go all in because that's what the new version of you is going to do. That's where it all starts, the decision point. Next, objection. I think you guys in sales have probably heard this too. Jim, bro, I'm going to get killed if I don't talk to my spouse about this. Okay, no problem. So what would I say to that podcast audience? Here's what I'd say. It's no problem. But I'm going to guess you told your spouse that you were at a place where self-improvement was important to you and you're sick of some things in your life and that you and I were jumping on a call today. I don't think you kept that a secret. So what was your partner's initial reaction? Let me ask you that first, because I don't think this is a secret. I think they know you're on the call. I think they know it costs some money. I think they know it's going to be a different lifestyle for your family because the meals are going to look different and you're doing this and you might not be out going to the bar and there's a lot of change. You're going to be working out instead of sleeping in. And so it's going to affect everybody. So I'm pretty sure you've probably had a talk about it. What was your partner's initial reaction? And then the answer is they vary greatly. Just like yours are as you're thinking of those. What would yours be? Oh, yeah, that's a rabbit hole right there. Those are fun calls. I wish I could record them. Can't though. Was your partner encouraging of you growing or really trying to hold you back? Because I'm guessing if you're with that person, that they would encourage you to grow. Am I right? When you go talk to your partner, so you want to get off the call, you want to go talk to your partner, no problem. We'll get you there. What do you think is going to come up? What objections could there be? We've already talked about some of them. Time, money, right? My experience has been, Mr. Audience, that putting the burden of responsibility on your partner really isn't fair. You're going to ask them if it's okay for you to spend a little hard-earned money to invest in your future so you can be a better person at home and at work and in all areas of life. You're going to put that burden on them to tell you yes or no. So if they tell you no, that's just now they've given you the excuse to stay where you're at. That's not their responsibility to tell you yes or no. Yes, there should be open communication in families, but if we're being honest, we're each responsible for our own transformation and our own personal excellence, aren't we? Shouldn't we be taking steps in our individual lives to be the best that we possibly can be for our partner, for our family, for our team members and employees, for our business partners and employers? Shouldn't we? For those men in our small group, shouldn't we be focused on becoming the best disciple we can be so we can help disciple others? It's not others' responsibility to give us permission to change. It's up to us to take the reins. I'm sure your spouse, your partner would support you being a better person, closer to God. They'd probably be okay with you looking and feeling better, right? Why would your partner say no? I'd follow that up with, Mr. Audience, at the end of the day, do you believe your partner trusts you to make a wise investment of time and resources that are going to make your life and their lives and your kids' lives better, I think you're probably with somebody that trusts you to do that, as I believe you would trust him or her to do that if they came to you with this decision. Am I right, or am I really missing it here? Talk to me. I think you may be thinking that you aren't ready to step into this new lifestyle because, quite frankly, you're comfortable. I want you to challenge that mindset and act with positive expectation, okay? The man who believes the program will work and the man who believes it won't have one thing in common. What is it, everyone? They're both right. Want me to say it again? The man who believes that this program will work and the man who believes it won't, they have one thing in common. They are both right. My encouragement is to start living with a growth mindset that says, I can do anything. I just need a little bit of structure. I just need some accountability. I just need a little more knowledge, a little bit more know-how. What's the last one that we're going to talk about today? This one's actually, it doesn't come up as often as the others, but it has come up. And what gets me is I've normally reached out and had some sort of conversation with these folks, be it text or on Messenger or something, several times before we're even on a call. And sometimes I'm talking to them for an hour. Then you know what comes up? They've already shared the most intimate stuff about their lives and what they want to change and things. And I'm like, my goodness, man, we barely know each other and you're dumping all this out. But I love that. Here's what they share. Jim, man, I like what I'm hearing. I don't want to get scammed, though. There's a lot of trash out there on the internet. Bro, yeah. But I'd say that you've probably looked into my content. You've seen my website, maybe understand or checked out that I've written a couple books. You've seen testimonials. I put them everywhere of life-changing transformations, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. And all of that stuff led you to being on this call with me today. So I think we're probably past the scam stuff. But I'm going to get real with you, Mr. Audience. The fear of being burned, the fear of wasting time, of not getting results, it's the same limited mindset that's kept you stuck. And here's the truth. It's going to keep you stuck a year from now if you let it. Take a chance. Trust your gut. And let's freaking proceed. Let's get you moving in the right direction instead of stopping. I've got a 2-letter suggestion for you. Stop. 2-word subject. Might need to edit that out. I have a 2-word suggestion for you. Stop stopping. Let's proceed. Okay, Building and Becoming Show audience, there you go. If you're looking for a reason to not change, you'll find it. If you're searching for a structured, proven framework that's going to absolutely transform your faith and fitness, I got good news. You built it. The next step is yours. If you're hearing this and you know I'm speaking directly to you, I want you to take some action right now. I want you to stop and I want you to pull out your phone. Hopefully you're not driving. I want you to text Deep Water to my cell phone. That number is 402-250-7499. That simple, but I understand not easy step will change the trajectory of your life. Test me. Listen to what we have to offer. Get on a call with me. It really could be the missing piece. Everyone, that's all I have. I appreciate you. Hopefully you picked something up from that. Even you salespeople, you might not be interested in growth and change. You should be, especially if you're in sales. But even if you're not, I bet you picked up a nugget or two that could help you. And again, I'm trying to create that free value for you. So when you trust me, you understand I can help you. We'll go a little bit deeper. Deep Water, 402-250-7499. Let's go.